Hi, welcome back to the Nook and welcome to a day in my life. Today we are gonna be spending the day at home, so we're not gonna be doing a lot of things, but we might go out later. It depends on how hot the weather is and whether I have the time for it. But of course, the first matter of the day is to always get coffee. So let's go and get coffee. That's the first thing. By getting coffee, I mean making coffee. Asian P likes to hang out in our carry-on. Oh no, even though we're not bringing her anywhere. So we just leave it for her to hang out in. This is usually where I make coffee, at the back of my kitchen. So this is my setup. I use a Hario jug and a Hario metal filter. And this, I don't know, it was a gift from someone, I think. And I just want to talk a little bit more about the coffee that I usually drink. So this is Nylon coffee roasters, and I've been buying coffee from them for many months. I think almost more than a year, maybe like a year and a half. So they do have a coffee subscription thing, and so far, out of all the coffee companies, I really do enjoy their quality and their ethics a lot. They seem to have really close relationships with a lot of micro coffee growers, which I think is great. So you can check out their website. Yeah, and their coffee is always really good. So yeah. Also, I made this cup. Isn't this so cute? Look at that. It's my first time using it for coffee today, so I'm pretty excited. Awesome, I have my coffee here. By the time this video goes up, my art week vlog probably has been seen by you all. Just to recap a little bit, because I didn't really explain anything in the vlog. I was just showing you all like a montage of everything that I saw. This year's festival was extremely crowded. I am not too entirely sure why. Last year it was pretty easy to get around all the different galleries, but this year apparently there was up to a 3-hour wait for some of the exhibitions, which I felt was completely not worth it. I just want to talk about my favorite parts of the art week, and that would be the Forest Institute, which was the last part of my vlog. It's one of the last few places I visited in the art week, and this was the ticket that I had to buy in order to access that area. So it was a paid exhibition, $5, and I think it's pretty worth it because I think the whole experience was really interesting. They built the whole entire outdoor exhibition. It was a collaboration between an architect and an artist and a curator, which I thought was fantastic. And it was sort of questioning the environment of the place itself, which is Gilman Barracks. So Gilman Barracks used to be kind of a colonial setting where, you know, all the colonial families used to live, and then it was converted into this art space, and that place, there's so many colonial architecture that has been converted into art spaces or converted into cultural spaces here in Singapore, but I don't see a lot of artists or space makers kind of questioning that very explicitly. So this was kind of asking that, but taking an environmental slant on it and questioning how we understand the existing fauna around the area, because there is a pretty huge like secondary forest that surrounds the area. Didn't really see a lot more environmental artworks in this edition of the art week because the last year has had so many news, had so many realizations about the climate crisis, but I don't really see that being reflected in Singapore's artwork. But I'm gonna link down below a website that you can check out that is an online sort of exhibition, I guess, of this forest themed artistic exploration. So I will link that down below, and I think it's called like a forest talk. And that is what I've been trying to look for in terms of like actual art experiences here in Singapore. But unfortunately that only exists as an online experience, but that means that all of you can experience it as well, so that's great. So I just finished filming one video about a bunch of climate books that I want to recommend to everyone. I'm not too sure whether I'm satisfied with this particular shoot. I felt like I wasn't doing very well, like my words weren't really coming out very well. This video is in collab with a climate like a carbon footprint company working to offset your carbon footprint, and I just did the quiz. This is how the website looks like, and I'm really shocked at this. Hi, I mean that's a big number, 1.5 within 5 years. I do know that Singapore is a pretty high emitter of carbon as compared to the region. There is an entire documentary about this by CNA. I'll link it down below so that you can watch it. A lot of Singaporeans aren't very aware of how carbon intensive our country is, especially the fact that we have a lot of oil refineries in our back area. Like, we do have a lot of very carbon heavy industries. Yes, so that's something to really consider when it comes to trying to make as much of an impact in a country that already has all the infrastructure laid out like that. I am currently actually reading this book, The Hidden History of Burma, Race, Capitalism, and the Crisis of Democracy in the 21st Century. Right now, there is a lot of news about Burma. I think on the news, they're often referred to as Myanmar, so there's a lot of things going on in that region, and I don't have the most updated news about this whole thing, but this is my first time actually reading very specifically about Burma and the people and its history, and I'm learning a lot, and I really am appreciating the tone of Myint-U. I find that the book is a great blend of history, but also a lot of very personal tone mixed in, and that makes the history very easy to digest and actually really engaging throughout the book. Of course, I don't expect history books to be captivating, because I do think that when you read history, you do kind of want to read it as education. But I do think this book is really great for a general audience, and for myself who has never really read about Burma, it is a really great book to pick up as my first time reading about the region, and that really has helped me understand the situation a lot better in the surrounding areas, like now and today. Ethos Books actually sent me an advanced reading copy of this book called Picking Off New Shoots Will Not Stop the Spring, and this is poems. These are poems and essays from Burma, Myanmar, published by Ethos Books. You can actually check out the book on their website. I haven't started reading this. I am planning on reading this after I finish the current book, and I'm really glad that this is a thing. I do think that Ethos is doing this in collaboration with a few other artists and writers based in Burma, Myanmar. I'm not too sure whether I should refer to the country as Burma or Myanmar. I think in Singapore on the news they are referred as Myanmar, but I think in a lot of the books that I've been reading, the whole region has been referred to as Burma. I'm not too sure about this. If any of you do know better than me, do let me know in the comments. So I am getting ready for bed. I know that the last video I shot was like me in the afternoon. It wasn't like a fully productive day. I just kind of was reading and then doing some content planning. Yeah, most of my days are just a lot of planning and a lot of doing house chores. If you're someone that celebrates Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year, I hope that you have a prosperous year ahead. Lately, I've actually been listening to John Green's The Anthropocene reviewed as an audiobook. It has really been helping me fall asleep, and also it's been a great audiobook to listen to while I am doing chores like washing dishes, preparing meals, doing the laundry. That audiobook is great for moments like that. I feel like it feels more like a podcast material than an actual book, and and I wouldn't really recommend it as a book that I like, but I do think it's very pleasant, easy reading, a bit like White Noise. And I think John Green is just such a pleasant person to be with. I think I've always enjoyed the Vlogbrothers. I've always enjoyed the way that they've been so approachable and friendly in their online sort of personas. Yeah, so that's it for today. I might just film a little bit of tomorrow morning's routine so that this vlog wouldn't be too boring. This is my usual skincare routine. I have been using this serum by The Ordinary. I think because I was going through a lot of blemishes. This has really helped. I think I'm almost done with this. And then for moisturizing, I just use this cream that someone had extra of. Then I just use this. I actually have just been using this for the longest time. Just normal cream because of my eczema. And recently for sunscreen, I just started using this. I've been trying a couple of skincare. I really enjoyed this, the Great Barrier Reef by Crave Beauty. Unfortunately, it was just too expensive to keep buying, so this is what I have left of this product. So I did try to do more of those like refillable beauty types. So this is by Oasis Skin. It's a local skincare brand, and they do refills if you need any. I enjoyed using this argan oil, but I don't think my skin really enjoyed it. I think it was a bit too much. And I think I want to go back and see what other products they have and to refill my bottles, because I always struggle between finding like good products and being able to refill my stuff. If any of you want me to talk more about having acne, I'll be more than happy to talk about it. I did go through several eras of skin, like bad skin but also good skin, and currently where I'm at is mostly just trying to maintain my eczema and just battling some acne breakouts here and there, but nothing too major. I feel I always tell myself that every time I get pimples, it's always like constellations on my skin, but of course I've always had to battle with a lot of like acne related confidence issues, which I think almost everyone has gone through. So I'm pretty satisfied with my skin, and it's completely barefaced on camera right now. So I am getting ready to go. I guess I'm supposed to look young, so this is how I'm looking today. This jacket was thrifted. I really like it. These are from my wardrobe since a long time back. Yeah, and this is gonna be my bag, the big black bag. I guess I kind of look like a young kid.